Good afternoon and great to see you tuning back into my Philippines channel. And let's cut right to the chase because today we're tackling a question that's burning on everyone's mind. Does your Filipina truly love you? I'm Götz and I've been living here in Cebu, Philippines for over 10 years. Trust me when I say that "does she really love me" is one of the most frequently asked questions from foreigners who've decided to date or even marry a Filipina. Many of you have utilized online dating platforms like Filipino Cupid, Date in Asia or Tinder to find a woman that piques your interest. So then after just a few days of chatting, or sometimes even quicker than that, she drops the big L word, "I love you." Your reaction is probably something like, "What the?" It almost seems childish to you because you're just not used to hearing this from Western women. And normally you're not someone to let those words slip out so easily. So yeah, a big old "what the" moment. What's going on here? After all, you haven't spent that much time together online yet. So what's the deal? Is she serious? Does it mean the same thing in both cultures? Or is she just telling you what you want to hear? The tricky question is, should you say it back? First off, you've got to understand where she's coming from. If she's from a small provincial town, you might be the first foreigner she's ever met. She's likely been raised on Disney fairy tales about princesses and shining knights, and I mean that quite literally, not just metaphorically. So she already has this fantasy in her head that you're the knight in shining armor coming to rescue her. It feels natural for her to say "I love you." But does she mean it? Personally, I think she believes she does, but maybe she's just fascinated by the idea of you, not actually you as a person. After all, you haven't spent much time together yet. She doesn't know your little quirks, like for instance that you snore all night in your sleep or that you get uncontrollable flatulence after eating rice. And God knows what you don't know about her yet. But what if your Filipina is a city girl, maybe one who's dated a few foreigners already? She knows she shouldn't drop the L word right off the bat, but often she does it anyway. What's the deal there? Well, the city girl may have slightly different motivations. Filipinas who have experience with foreigners know they have to seal the deal with you as quickly as possible. Because the moment you step off the plane in Cebu or Manila, you will be swamped by these eager, sometimes aggressive city girls who want nothing more than to add your last name to theirs. I'm not saying they're all out for your money, but most city girls here know the game. They'll do everything they can to keep you away, specifically away from all the other female temptations around. They know the odds are high, that once you see all the new toys within reach, you'll lose interest in them. They could end up being the toy left on the shelf, so to speak. So if they manage to drop those "I love yous" as early as possible, they have a better shot at forming an emotional bond with you before someone else does. So if you're an older gentleman, you've probably pondered how a stunning young woman could be into you in the first place. I mean, let's be real, you're nearing retirement age, your body isn't what it used to be, your hair is thinning, and women back in your homeland haven't paid you any attention for years. The only thing you've got left to offer is your pocket change, right? So that must be the sole reason she says she loves you. And naturally, every time you think this, your gold digger alarm goes off. Full blast. Ding, ding, ding. We have a jackpot. I'll admit there's a certain type of Filipina or women from any other country, including yours, who are solely interested in separating you from your cash. We all know these scam artists who are constantly having problems with their phones, have run out of phone credit, low load, or have a dying mother in the hospital whose only salvation is your generous donation. But that's not really the norm here in the Philippines. What you need to understand is that the culture here is totally different from what you're used to back home. It's true that age differences barely raise an eyebrow for Filipino women. A 30-year age gap or more won't even make young women or society here flinch. Seriously, nobody's going to laugh behind your back if you're strolling through the mall with a stunning woman who's half your age. That's just how it is here. It's Asian Filipino culture. Sure, money plays a role too. Things that are taken for granted in Western countries, electricity, water, food on the table, aren't a given here in the Philippines. You might take your finances for granted, but that's not the case here. So when a Filipina says, "Oh, he's rich," what she often means is, "Here's a man who can take care of my basic needs so I can live well and be happy." Does that make her a gold digger? Well, Western women might enjoy splurring your money, but generally speaking, Filipinas just want to know you've got enough to give them a sense of security. Because for a Filipino woman, money equates to stability for herself and the family she hopefully plans to have with you. As a Westerner, you might have grown up with the notion that romantic love and money should be mutually exclusive. That's why the Filipinas' attitude may seem, let's say, a tad suspect to you. But let's be real, women worldwide seek stability in their partners, and even in the first world, that's the West, it's pretty much the same deal. It has always been this way, and it always will be. Richness equals security. So what's so wrong if it's more blatantly apparent in the Philippines and other countries? The only difference is that women and people in the Philippines are simply more pragmatic about it and don't try to hide it. Honesty is still the best policy, right? But then comes the next big question. Is your Filipina genuinely physically attracted to you? The simple answer is, brace yourself, yes. It's not just about what you can do for her, but how you make her feel. Filipinas aren't looking for the town's hottest guy with six-pack abs and a fat wallet. They are simply looking for someone who loves them and sticks around. To Filipino women, that's sexy. Older men are particularly appealing because they are mature and stable, and Westerners are at the front of the queue for that. Why, you ask? Ask any Filipina and she'll tell you that foreigners, particularly those light-skinned, long-nosed guys, not only have gorgeous eyes and cuddly chest hair, but also these oh so cute big noses. In addition, Filipinas perceive us Westerners as loving, loyal, polite, and importantly, as men who don't beat their women. What matters most to them is that we were raised to be respectful and actually listen to our partners. This tells them we genuinely care about what they think and feel. That's the kind of sexiness women here are looking for. I know many Filipinas who are married to foreigners, and almost all of them are super happy with their partners and wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. Filipinas don't need men to buy them stuff. They are just happy to be the center of their men's lives. They usually don't ask their partners to buy them expensive houses, cars or jewelry. It's really the small things that make a Filipina smile. So it's not really about the money, it's genuinely about you. So where does this leave you? How should you react when the Filipina you're interested in suddenly says, I love you? She's not automatically after your wallet. Sure, knowing where the next meal is coming from is important. But she's not lying when she says she loves you. She's hopeful. Consider it a green light to build a genuine, meaningful relationship with her. Take it with a grain of caution, but at least you know her heart is likely in the right place. Keep your eyes open for all possibilities, but also keep an eye on your wallet, just in case. All I can say then is good luck for both of you. And if you find my videos informative and entertaining, I'd really appreciate a like or even a channel membership, because hey, I've got to keep food on the table too. Otherwise, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye for now from Cebu.